Okay, everybody, this is basically the airport grounds. And do a quick scan. That's the Circus Bridge. And over there is the car dealership. And then the Italian-American Club. What I decided to do is try this production. Don't know how good it'll come out. Basically illustrating where they're planning on putting hotels, because there's been a lot of confusion I've seen with people saying, I thought they were doing a hotel here, I thought it was there. This is one of the locations. The biggest issue here has been the city, from what my understanding is, the city has been slow to respond to some of the offers. One has been a condo complex, which the FAA isn't, or the airport isn't in favor of because of the noise issue. And the FAA has saying it because this is essentially their land. The other one was a mega hotel, not mega, but I think it was 180 rooms. And that was a Mike Miller project that he was going to put right here. And that one has fallen to the wayside. My last understanding was because the city wasn't getting back and Mike Miller moved on to new and better things. So that's what they're proposing right here, what the city and the airport are hoping for, because they want something that's going to generate revenue, and they want a hotel. And so my next spot is going to be where I know where they're looking at doing some hotels, and this one is a few years away because of the inaction by what some would say with the city council. So I'll do one more scan, and I think most of you guys are familiar with this. This is essentially right across the street from this BBQ Fest. Okay, this is the next plot of land. Now this is on the island still, and it's on 41, right across the street from Emmanuel Church. You guys probably remember me coming out here and interviewing Tracy, who had bought her house right behind there. Fortunately, she was able to sell hers. But Kevin, who I also went to high school with, his house is directly behind here, and he has not been able to. The values dropped significantly. Village on the Isles, I believe it's called, is where they're building some more assisted residence living. Right there across the street behind my Jeep there is where they plan on having the parking for this. Now, this area, my understanding is, from looking at the papers, and I put this out there about a year ago, this property has just basically, the planning commission's been approached, so that whole process is going to start. That could be a few months, but I would say maybe by the end of the year, they could probably start construction depending on how much resistance they get, which will not be a lot, I don't think, in this area. They want I'm going off memory here, 120 rooms, a restaurant, which I know was one of the main concerns Tracy had, and I believe a pool, but I can't remember, parking across the street there. And so how will that impact the traffic along 41 here? Especially what they do is a lot of times they look at one property and say, okay, this is the traffic study. They usually will do it in the summertime when there's not a lot of cars, so it helps their study out. What they don't take into consideration is the possibility of a new hotel down at the airport and a new hotel at this other end, and the impacts on the whole traffic there. So we'll do one more scan. And again, this is on 41, right where I'm pointing the camera at right now is Richards. So there's Emmanuel Lutheran. And okay, folks, right here is the Masonic Lodge. Right there directly is 41 and Venice Avenue, what we call Pineapples. I can't remember the last name of it. It was some kind of steakhouse. And then right there is a bank, which is directly across the street. Why am I showing you all this? Okay, to put it in perspective, basically this property has sold to Mike Miller's group, contingent upon approvals and everything. Normally that's the process. One version is putting up a 4-story hotel here with a restaurant and everything, if he can acquire the bank property, which I believe is that gas station there, and the Masonic Lodge. Not sure if Masonic's willing to sell, and I'm sure they're going to ask for a hefty price if they are. The contingency plan is that he will just take Pineapples, and then in that case, instead of a hotel, they'll make it into a rental condo. I think they said it would be about the same stories, 3 to 4, and I believe there's going to be some retail space or a restaurant underneath there. everyone knows if you live here, the biggest problem here is the congestion right at this corner of 41 and Venice Avenue on the island. And right across the street, Mike Miller's group also is just building those new houses, which isn't impacting it that much. But this is the third location. The final location is the post office, which I just don't think is going to happen. They're not interested. It's something Hollick's been trying to do. Not even sure it would be a hotel. The city just wants that property so that they can build it into something different and occupy that space and get rid of the big trucks. So let's do one more scan around for you guys.